When I hear the word doll or see one, the first thing that comes to my mind is my grandmother. Her living room is decorated with a shelf filled with all different dolls she has acquired over the years. She takes great care of them to make sure they stay in good shape. I remember being a young girl and her asking me on the weekends to help her taking down the dolls and comb their hair. I will spend hours on end enjoying great quality time with my grandmother and admiring the long, soft hair that the dolls have. Oh, how I wish to be a doll and have their perfect hair back then. Everything about those dolls seemed just perfect. Their dresses and shoes, their long, lean body. I will spend my week waiting for it to be the weekend at my grandmother's, hoping that during my visit at her house, she will ask me to help her with the dolls. Every time I went on a trip, I would look for different types of dolls I could bring back as a gift for my grandmother. She had some made of plastics, some made of fabric, some of ceramic, but her favorite were the porcelain ones she had at the top. She never let me touch or play with those porcelain ones. She will always tell me the story about how my grandfather went to China and brought her back a Chinese porcelain doll. That doll was the first of her collection and the one that sparks that interest in her to get more and more. That was her favorite story to tell, but she had a unique story for every single doll. Some stories were boring and plain, and others were fun and exciting. Some dolls were just gifts from people that went on a trip, and some dolls represent a trip my grandma made somewhere. In my grandmother's eyes, dolls represent beauty and a child's innocence. These dolls always look perfect, and little girls all over the world, like I was one day, look at them like role models to follow and mimic. Now that I grew older, I understand that looking like one of those dolls is impossible, and in no way do I still plan on looking like one of them. But I still enjoy visiting my grandma and going to that shelf that I used to have to get a chair to stand on to see. Now I don't stand on a chair since I grew tall enough to see the shelf clearly, and I don't play with them like I used to, but I still admire how the oldest ones still look brand new and also love to see the more recent one she has gotten.